Come on, frame this then. Put cat out, port tea and sit down. It's time for Tacks.
Direct from Bradford, West Yorkshire, it's Tacks with the one and only Daz in the hat.
Down this highway, let's go without a clue. Heard the road was calling, but I came back to you. Set up down this highway, played in a punk rock band. Never thought of my future was a castle made of sand. Set up down this highway, tried to escape my past. Got pretty far by running, in the end it couldn't last. When your fuel runs low and there's nowhere to go, it's alright, it's alright. When you've had enough and the sea is too rough, you can cry, you can cry. Set up down this highway, the good times came to an end. All that was left was blackness, took a while for me to mend. Set up down this highway and I find my mind again. I wasn't one to follow or live cooped up on a van. When your fuel runs low and there's nowhere to go, it's alright, it's alright. When you've had enough and the sea is too rough, you can cry, you can cry. And your hope may be tattered and you might want to die, but a phoenix will rise from all that you are, and upwards your spirit will fly, fly. Oh yeah, oh yeah. When your fuel runs low and there's nowhere to go, it's alright, it's alright. When you've had enough and the sea is too rough, you can cry, 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 you can cry. It's alright, you can cry, you can cry. How are you doing, everybody? My name's Lewis Burner. That song was called You Can Cry, and it's about letting it all out. I'm sure you know what I mean. Alright, so thanks to Daz for having me, and this is a fantastic idea. Let's see if we can raise some money for the food bank. I think that these sort of online type gigs have become quite normal, for want of a better word, and I've been doing one every week, and I think this might be some of the last ones that I'm going to do, though, because I think the gigs are slowly returning anyway. I hope so. I know there's some outdoor stuff. Anyway, I'll stop rattling on. I'm going to play a song off my new album. It's not out yet as I speak, but hopefully it will be in August. I haven't actually set a date, but
Just getting the sort of boring bits done now. They're pressing it up. Anyway, this is a song called "The Commonwealth of Toil," and the lyrics were written by a chap called Ralph Chaplin, who was part of the union movement at the time, the Wobblies, so-called, and he also wrote "Solidarity Forever." Now, I found these lyrics in an old folk book, and I kind of turned it into another song, so I hope you like it.
In the gloom of mighty cities, neath the roar of whirring wheels, we are toiling on like chattel slaves of old. And our masters hope to keep us ever thus beneath their heels, and to turn our very lifeblood into gold. They would keep us cowed and beaten, cringing meekly at their feet. They would stand between each worker and his bread. Shall we yield our lives up to them for the bitter crust we eat? Shall we only hope for heaven when we're dead? But we have a glowing dream of how fair the world will seem when each man can live his life secure and free. When the earth is owned by labour and there's joy and peace for all, in the commonwealth of toil that is to be. In the commonwealth of toil that is to be. They have laid our lives out for us to the bitter ends of time. Shall we stagger on beneath the heavy load? Shall we let them live forever in their gilded halls of crime, with our children doomed to toil beneath their gold? But we have a glowing dream of how fair the world will seem when each man can live his life secure and free. When the earth is owned by labour and there's joy and peace for all, in the commonwealth of toil that is to be. In the commonwealth of toil that is to be. When our cause is all triumphant and we claim the Mother Earth, and the nightmare of the present fades away, we shall live with love and laughter, those now our little word, and will not regret the price we had to pay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. In the commonwealth of toil that is to be. In the commonwealth of toil that is to be. In the commonwealth of toil that is to be. In the commonwealth of toil that is to be.
Alright, cheers. Quite a snappy title, isn't it? The Commonwealth of Toil. No, I don't think it is, but it's still great lyrics, and I hope you didn't mind me doing a version of that. Alright, I'm going to do another one off my new album. This song is called We Build Big Brands. And it was inspired by a news story that I saw last year in November, and it was a block of flats in London who had a massive iPhone advert draped over them down the side of it, blocking out all the windows, blocking out all the light. And there was a campaign for about 2 years to get rid of it. I think they have got rid of it now. But to me, it just summed up a lot of where we're at with, it doesn't matter if people are suffering, does it? It doesn't matter if you can't get any light in your window, because we've got to sell things. And the advertising company that put it there, their slogan is "We build big brands."
We build big brands, we own this land. People are people, the grains of sand, crushed under boot. You can hear the voices, we steal their loot. We build big brands, and we don't give a damn. From Dalston, London, Afghanistan, lithium, cobalt, oil or blood. You'd do the same if only you could. In Dalston, London, 2019, poverty's ugly and not to the same. Block our flats, no natural light. Don't talk to me about human rights. We build big brands, and we're coining it in. And you're draped in adverts
thank you very much. I'm gonna stick with this new album, folks. So I'll do another one off that. I've just put up a lyric video for this next one. It's called Dark Wheels Turn Above Our Head. It's about how we're sort of manipulated to the point that we, I think we all saw it with Brexit, where we fall out with people we wouldn't ordinarily be falling out with, and they've got divide and rule tactics down to an absolute fine art, and we need to be aware of that when we're discussing things. I think there's a song called Dark Wheels Turn Above Our Head.
Dark wheels turn above our heads, boys. Dark wheels turn above our heads. They bleed us dry until we're dead, boys. Bleed us dry until we're dead. I'm sick of seeing them on TV, and I don't want to hear a poison word from them. We got the worst hand steering this ship, and every single word they say makes me sick. And it's dark wheels turn above our heads, boys. Dark wheels turn above our heads. They bleed us dry until we're dead, boys. Bleed us dry until we're dead. Occasion cornered beyond all belief. Hail to the liars, the crooks and the thief. Cheer on the hostile and applaud the fakes. Celebrate and idolize all of the snakes. And it's dark wheels turn above our heads, boys. Dark wheels turn above our heads. They bleed us dry until we're dead, boys. Bleed us dry until we're dead. The warning shots were fired many years ago. Choose the color of your chains, and that's as much as you know. They test us to see if we're running scared. The guns are all loaded if we ever did. These orders from on high, I'm protected by my love. These orders from on high, protected by my love. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dark wheels turn above our heads, boys. Dark wheels turn above our heads. They bleed us dry until we're dead, boys. Bleed us dry until we're dead. They bleed us dry until we're dead. They bleed us dry until we're dead.
All right. So yeah, like I said, that's the last few are going to be on my new album, which hopefully it's out in August sometime. If you look on my page, Lewis Burner, there'll be some information about that. And I normally go out with I do play some solo gigs, but I go out with a bass player called Ian and my dad on banjo and a snare player as well. And so the album's got other instruments on as well. It's not just me. Anyway, all right. Although I did play them all because it was just easier because I didn't expect them all to learn the songs. But all right, I'm going to play a couple on the banjo, I think. So this one was written about 2 years ago as a little poem. I found it in one of my books and finished it later, and it was inspired by the Queen's speech. I don't know if you remember the one where she was sat in front of a gold piano or whatever it was, and telling us all to pull together and that kind of thing in a country that's been wrecked by austerity and Tory ideology. The Queen be on TV tells us how it ought to be. We just need to pull together in the storm.
inside your veins is not good enough to reign, and you'll never be a dame, and they'll never know your name. But we grovel and bow down at the sight of golden crown and of royalty and gown, when we should run 'em out of town. Let it burn, and we'll say our last goodbyes to the palace made of lies and its men of compromise. Let it burn, we can open up its doors to the deafening applause of the people you ignore. Let it burn, and we'll say our last goodbyes to the palace made of lies and its men of compromise. Let it burn, or we can open up its doors to the deafening applause of the people you ignore.
All right. Yeah, so that's my little tribute to Queenie, you know. I'm going to play a traditional song. I wasn't going to do anything that I haven't written, but I'm really enjoying this song at the moment. It's an old American folk song called Diamond Joe, and it's about getting a job for someone who tells you that everything's going to be great. They promise you the world, and they promise you this, that, and the other, and none of it happens, and you're left kind of without anything. And I reckon it might be the first song ever written about a 0 hours contract. If you wanna think of it like that. There is a man you'll hear about most anywhere you go, and his holdings are in Texas, and his name is Diamond Joe, and he carries all his money in a diamond-studded jar, and he never was much worried about the process of the law. I had out the Diamond Joe boys, I did offer him my hand, but he gave a string of horses so old they couldn't stand, and I nearly starved to death, boys, and he did mistreat me so, and I never saved a dollar in the pay of Diamond Joe. Bread was corn dodger, and his meat I couldn't chew, and he kept me well distracted with the wagging of his jaw. And the telling of this story, well, I mean to let you know, there never was a roundup that could lie like Diamond Joe. Tried 3 times to quit him,
but he did argue so. And I'm still punching cattle in the pay of Diamond Joe. And when I'm called up yonder and it's my time to go, give my blankets to my buddies and the fleece to Diamond Joe.
Cheers. Diamond Joe. Sounds like your average capitalist to me. Alright, so I'm just going to do a couple more. Thank you very, very much if you've tuned in to watch. My name is Lewis Burner. Get in touch, leave me a message. I think that's how this thing works, is if we're interactive with each other. So don't be shy. Spread it around, tell your friends. I'm hungry for gigs, I always am. I don't seem to get included in a right lot of stuff. Ooh. So, you know, if you think that you got a venue or something that I could play, then let me know and we'll try and sort that out. So, yeah, like I say, I normally go out with other musicians as well, but I'm quite happy to play on my own as well. So at the start of lockdown, I released an EP, just a covers one. I record a lot of stuff just for fun at home, and it doesn't cost me anything. So I released a 4-track EP and gave away all of the money for that. I reckon we raised over a grand, not just with the EP, but doing a stream every week for the food bank and for homeless outreach, all local stuff, all grassroots stuff, and I was absolutely overwhelmed with the support for it. So thank you to anyone that bought that or contributed. Here's a little song that I put on the EP from 1962. It's a little spooky little number called 6 Foot Under, and it's about burying your heart in a graveyard so that a lover can't find it. I presume they're a jilted lover of some sort of description.
Flowers are wilted, the preacher's gone, and I'm left here jilted on the church house lawn. Through the old graveyard, I'm gonna walk around and bury my heart where it can be found. 6 foot under, 6 foot under, 6 foot under, down in the cocoa ground. Like a fool I trusted, you honey like words. Now my heart is broken, it's all for the birds. In a deep, deep hole, I'll vanish safe and sound, where you can get to it, digging around. 6 foot under, 6 foot under, 6 foot under, down in the cocoa ground.
So like I say, that's on my Bandcamp page. It's a little EP called No Part of Nothing, and I drew the artwork as well. And it's a pay as you feel, so you can get it for nothing if you can't afford it as well. I don't want you to be left out. All right, let's see now. I'm gonna do another song off my first album. I got it just here to hand actually. It's called Dog Songs, and it's 10 tracks, and this one that I'm going to play is the only song that's not mine on there. And it was written by a guy called Billy Ed Wheeler, and it's a song from the 60s about coal mining, and it's called Coal Tattoo. A coal tattoo is when you get an injury and it breaks the skin, and the coal dust gets in, and you get a free tattoo. And people pay a lot of money for that kind of thing these days. But yeah, so this is Cold Tattoo by Billy Ed Wheeler.
Driving on down that cold town road, listen to my rubber tires whine. It's goodbye to Buckeye and White Sycamore, I'm leaving you behind. Well, I've been a coal miner all my life, laying down the tracks in the hole. Got a back like iron, but bent by the wind. Blood veins as blue as the coal. Blood veins as blue as the coal. Something that strange tattoo you have on the side of your head. I said that's a strange mark left by the coal. Little bit more and I'd be dead. But I love the rumble and I love the dark. I love the cool of the sled. It's on down this coal road, looking for a job. Driving and looking ahead. Driving and looking ahead. I worked for the union, I walked in the line, I fought against the company. I stood for the UMW of A. Now who's gonna stand for me? I ain't got a house and I've got no pay, just got a worried soul. And the strange tattoo on the side of my head, left by the number 9 coal. Left by the number 9 coal. Someday when I'm dead and gone to heaven, the land of my dreams, won't have to worry about losing my job, the hard times and big mistakes. I ain't gonna spend my money away on pills and hospital plans. No, I'm gonna go where the blue heavens roll, sing with the angel band, sing with the angel band, sing with the angel band.
That was Cold Tattoo. Thank you very much. Right, I better just do one more. I think we're running out of time. Thanks very much if you've tuned in, if you've enjoyed any of this, and cheers. And please do contribute to the food bank collection as well if you can afford to do that. And if I get any money from this, I'll be sending it straight over. So feel free to buy a CD or whatever. All right, cheers. What am I going to do? I did have one in my head and then it just popped right out. Yeah, I'll do that one. This is the title track off my first album. It's called Dog Song. It's nothing to do with dogs. I tried to write a fun song about depression, which is harder than it maybe sounds. Although when I say the words, it does sound quite hard anyway. Just to be clear, I'm taking the piss out of the illness, not people who suffer, because that would be stupid. So this song goes out to anyone that suffers, that struggles, or has loved ones that do as well. And that's all I can really say about that. Thank you very much for listening. My name's Lewis Burner.
Take this dog of mine, I'm gonna take it down to the woods. Gonna take this dog of mine, I'm gonna take it down to the woods. Got teeth like no dog you ever ball and chain, I'm gonna cut it off in the woods. I'm sick and tired of it following me around. Gonna bury it 6 feet on the ground. Maybe I'll take it down to the river, but I haven't got the heart to watch him drown. Maybe I'll just kick him out of line. In the morning he'll still be sniffing around. Hey. I know it's hard for you to hear, and it's hard for me to say. Me and the dog will be together till our last dying day. Gonna take this dog of mine, I'm gonna take it down to the woods. Gonna shoot this dog of mine, I'm gonna shoot him down in the woods. 'Cause I'm tired of him following me around. Gonna bury it 6 feet on the ground. Hey, hey. Maybe I'll take it down to the river, but I haven't got the heart to watch him drown. Maybe I'll just kick him out all night. In the morning he'll still be slipping around. In the morning he'll still be slipping around. Thank you very much for listening, folks. Cheers. And thanks very much to Daz for organising this top work. And cheers.